Hi, my name is Elie Haddad. I serve as the president of the Arab Baptist Theological Seminary in Beirut, Lebanon. Been doing that for the last 20 years, and now I'm approaching the end of my term at ABTS at the end of September 2025. So I've been getting this question a lot. Why? Why are you leaving ABTS? ABTS has been successful in growing, thriving. In the last 20 years, ABTS has become a place of innovation where people look to us for new ideas and how we've been doing and implementing, adjusting to the many crises that we find ourselves in. So why? Why now? You're still too young. That's what I get, and I take that as a compliment. But since the first day that I started 20 years ago, the person that I took over from, many people know him in the field of theological education, Paul Sanders. He told me that the first day on the job, you start thinking about succession. You start thinking about succession planning, and that was so right, so true. And succession planning started a long time ago at ABTS. It's not just at the end where someone was appointed to follow me and succeed me. I wasn't the one to appoint my successor. It was the board, and they had a search committee. But my job was to prepare ABTS, our seminary, for this time of transition. And preparation started a long time ago by developing leaders and by investing in all the available talent. Everyone that we interact with, not just our students, but in our community, in our staff, and our faculty, developing them is a very high priority for us. And as we develop leaders year after year after year, after we create an atmosphere and culture of empowerment, then that gives a lot more choices for the search committee as they're looking for the next president. And what has helped a lot is that we have a very solid leadership team. We have a strong culture of empowerment. So we have a team of leaders, and the leaders are responsible for their own areas, the departments that they had. So by me leaving and transitioning to a new leader, that doesn't create a big gap because all the areas, day to day, things are already covered. It's just bringing someone on board who is able to work with the team that is already there to take ABTS to the next level, to the next season. And because I've been around for 20 years and many people consider me as a strong leader, then it's very difficult to identify a successor. And the term that they use is, I have big shoes to fill. Well, literally, I have big shoes, but that's not the idea. What we've been doing at ABTS is we think about transitions differently. We don't try to replace someone who leaves, even if that was a key leader. What we try to do is try to identify what God is doing, what God is calling us for next, what will the next season look like, and what kind of leadership is needed for this next season. So on that basis, we do our transitions. We're not trying to replace people. We're trying to take the ministry to the next level. And I think this is a very important topic to discuss because we have an issue in our Christian ministries and churches that we don't build succession planning into our thinking. Leaders, they tend to stay until they are no longer effective, or in our context, until they immigrate or until their health doesn't allow them to continue anymore. While we invest a lot in leadership formation, and part of that is giving opportunity for younger leaders to be in places of responsibility. And someone with my age, I'll turn 65 this year, my next season should not be sitting at the president's chair and doing day-to-day administration. It should be coming alongside younger leaders and supporting them and coaching and mentoring as needed, so that they have opportunity to grow in their leadership and in their ministry. So it's very important in Christian ministries to think ahead, think kingdom-minded, think what's healthy for the institution, and plan for that. And God will take care of the rest.